Do you run video while DJing? If you do, then I'm sure you know what HDMI is and how it works, right? You do know it, right? Well, if you don't,
You're gonna learn today.
HDMI stands for High Definition Multimedia Interface, and it's a standard that allows digital audio and stereo to go from a transmitter to a receiver. HDMI allows a port to send high-resolution digital video, theater, quality sound, and device commands through one single port. HDMI ports come in three sizes. You have your standard, your mini, and your micro. Let's talk standards. Not every port is equal, and neither are the cables, but we'll get to that in just a little bit. The newest HDMI standard is 2.1, with the most common being 1.4. HDMI 1.0 is the OG. It supports 1080p at 60 Hz. 60 Hz is your refresh rate. That means that if you're using a port that's HDMI 1.0, no matter what kind of cable or no matter what kind of TV or monitor it's hooked to, you're only going to be able to send 1080p at 60 Hz through that port. HDMI 1.1 to 1.2 supports 2K at 30 Hz. So you get a little more definition, but your refresh rate's a little slower. You can still do 1080p up to 60 or 720p or 1080i. Any standard below the maximum of the standard is included in that standard. So you can do 1080p at 60 Hz or 2K at 30 Hz. The next is HDMI 1.3 and 1.4 that supports 4K video up to 60 Hz while still doing 2K video and 1080p. Then you have HDMI 2.0, which supports 5K video at 30 Hz. Now we're getting bigger and better and better. And last but not least, we have HDMI 2.1, which supports 8K up to 30 Hz. And actually, it can go up to 10K, but there's no 10K devices now, so 8K is about all we got. Those are your HDMI standards. Now, it's important to know this because if your port on your transmitting device is not the same as the port on your receiving device, you're only going to get what you're transmitting, okay? So you have to keep that in mind. You have to know what type of HDMI port you have on your device in order to understand the max capabilities of that port. So how does this even factor into DJing? You're probably like, Seth, I'm not doing professional video. If you're offering multimedia services like screens that can run a slideshow or show pictures, whatever the case may be, at your events, you're a video guy, and you should know all of this because if your screens are 8K screens, but your HDMI port on your laptop is only a 1.4, you're only going to get 4K out of those 8K screens. And if you bought these 8K screens, don't you want 8K video? I would, because it's going to look better. So understanding these standards is going to help you properly buy the equipment you need to produce the best show possible. Just like we have different HDMI standards, there are different types of HDMI cabling. Not every cable is built the same, and we're going to talk about that. The four types of HDMI cables are standard, high speed, premium high speed, and ultra high speed. Your standard HDMI cord is only going to be able to give you 1080i or 720p resolution. Yes, it's high definition, but it's very low scaled resolution high definition, so it's not going to be the best picture. The next step up is high speed. High speed can do 1080p or 4K at 30 Hz. So if you have a 1.4 port, you definitely want at least a high speed cable. That way you can get the full 4K 30 Hz out of your port. The next cable is premium high speed, which does 4K at 60 Hz, so it has a faster refresh rate. So if you're running 4K with a faster refresh rate, you want at least a premium high speed cable. And last, we have ultra high speed cables, which can run 8K at 60 Hz or 4K at 120 Hz. So my recommendation for cables is just buy the ultra high speed cable, right? Even if you're just doing 1080p video right now, eventually you might aspire to run 4K, or maybe you're gonna go nuts and do 8K, however that looks like for you. But instead of buying a premium cable now and needing an ultra high speed cable later, just buy the ultra high speed cable now. It'll still work with 1080p, but if you ever want to grow and expand and do bigger things, you can do so with the ultra high speed cable. And I don't think I need to say this, but I'm going to. Just keep in mind that the one cable you should be staying away from is the standard cable. The entry-level HDMI. Newer laptops have at least 1.4 that does 1080p at a minimum. So stay away from the standard HDMI cables. Just go premium or ultra high speed. Either way, you're going to be set up and good for the future, but stay away from the standards. Now, if HDMI cables weren't complicated enough, there are directional cables for HDMI. So there's bidirectional and directional. Bidirectional means you can connect either end to either the receiver or the transmitter and it's just going to work. However, a directional cable is exactly that. It has one end that's dedicated for your source or your transmitter and the other end is dedicated for your monitor or your receiver. If you hook those up backwards, it's not going to work. So when you're buying an HDMI cable, make sure you pay attention to whether it's bidirectional or directional. And if that wasn't enough for you, now we're going to talk about passive and active cables. Now, the reason why this matters is because over a certain distance, HDMI signals tend to drop, or they can be susceptible to interference. Going too long is not good. So, how do we help that? Well, there's passive and there's active cables. So a passive cable is just a standard HDMI cable with a limited range of 25 feet for 4K video and 50 feet for 1080p. So you're limited in the distances that you can run because these cables are passive. There's nothing actively boosting the signal. So you will get signal loss and you will get electrical interference over certain distances. Active cables, on the other hand, have a built-in signal booster or an external signal booster with a power supply that enables audio and video to be transmitted over longer distances. Active cables sometimes require a power supply. Like I said, there's an external box that'll amplify that signal, or they have cables with that built in. Either way, if you're a DJ using media and you're getting really long screens, make sure you get some sort of active cable. That way you can run those 25 or 50 foot lengths. Now, let's say that your media screens are really, really far away, right? Let's talk about 100 feet away. For whatever reason, you would have a setup like this. Maybe you have multiple screens at varying distances. Okay, sometimes a passive or an active cable isn't going to work in that scenario. So there are other options to extend the HDMI signal, starting with an inline HDMI signal extender. So for distances up to 50 feet, an inline equalizer or repeater can extend a 4K 60 Hz video up to 50 feet and a 1080p 60 Hz video up to 125 feet. Greater distances are possible, but you'll get lower frame rates. So the next option we have is an HDMI over Cat6 extender. Cat6 extender will convert an HDMI signal to similar Ethernet IP packets that can be transmitted over the cable and reconverted at the other end with no loss of signal strength or fidelity. So when you run this Cat6 option, you can go up to 328 feet and not lose a single bit of your signal. That, paired with Cat6 cables, are relatively cheap. In my opinion, this is the best way to go. It's wired, so you know it's going to work, and your signal isn't going to degrade over any length below 328 feet. The next extender we're going to talk about is HDMI over fiber. So what HDMI over fiber does is it takes your HDMI signal. So I realized while editing that I kind of over-explained HDMI over fiber, so I'm going to dub this audio. Here's a funny picture of me to look at, and here we go. So HDMI over fiber converters pretty much take an electrical input, like an HDMI signal, and convert it to pulses of light that are transmitted at high speed through optical fiber, then converted back to electricity on the receiving end as your signal going into your receiver for your HDMI. Since this is optical, there is no chance of EMI or RFI line noise or interference, which is awesome. And HDMI over fiber can be extended well beyond the 328 foot limit of copper Ethernet cable. This is literally the best option for extending your screens using a wired standard. However, if you know anything about cabling, fiber cable is not cheap. This is not the cheap option. However, this is the best option. This will get you the best picture over the longest runs with no interference. HDMI over fiber is 100% the way to go. However, it's only if you have the cheddar. And last, we're going to talk about the easiest option for extending your HDMI, and we're talking about wireless HDMI extenders. Now, a wireless HDMI extender takes your HDMI signal from your transmitter and it converts it into a Wi-Fi protocol and shoots it wirelessly to the receiver, which gets plugged into your TV. Now, I know this sounds awesome, and you're like, oh, why would I go hardwired anything if I could do wireless? Wireless just sounds so much easier, and realistically, it is. However, you have to remember that it's running over Wi-Fi, okay? And as DJs, We have a lot of equipment that runs over Wi-Fi. So if you're using something like wireless DMX, that's a Wi-Fi protocol. So you're essentially running two separate Wi-Fi networks. Now the issue with that is sometimes they can butt heads. And when those Wi-Fi networks butt heads, they lose connectivity. I don't want to lose connectivity to anything. So running wireless does work. I'm not saying it doesn't work. There are plenty of people that do it with zero issues. I personally would not feel safe doing it just because there's always that chance of interference. And I don't want that. If I'm producing media, I want something on those screens all the time, and I don't want that signal to ever go out. So we just went over a lot of information, okay? And some of it might have gone over your head, and if it did, it's okay. Just rewatch this video. The main points are, understand what type of HDMI port you have. What standard is it running? Understand what your televisions are capable of. Are they capable of running 4K at 60 Hertz? If they are, you have to ask yourself the question, do I want to provide a 4K 60 Hertz signal to this television? If the answer to that question is yes, then you want to make sure that you choose an HDMI port with the proper standard. With that, you want to make sure you have the proper cable. Remember, the ultra high speed will never fail you. It is meant to go up to 8K, so if you're looking for something like 4K, the ultra high speed is going to be just fine. And if you ever want to go up to 8K, you've already future-proofed your setup buying the ultra high speed cables. So that's my one recommendation for cabling, is make sure you buy the ultra high speed because you're future-proofing. And of course, when it comes to extending, using a wired extender or an active cable is always going to be my preference. Not that the wireless doesn't work, because like I said earlier, I'm sure there are plenty of people using it and it works just fine for them. However, a wireless HDMI extender would make me super uncomfortable. I would personally choose something like a Cat 6 HDMI extender. So a Cat 6 HDMI extender really is the best wired option. But if you're looking for convenience and you can find one that works well for you, wireless HDMI is also an option. It would just be my second option, or I have no other choice but to use this type of option. As always, if you found any bit of this video helpful or you learned anything, please feel free to like and subscribe. There are going to be tons more videos like this coming out on the channel, and there's already a whole bunch of videos explaining a lot about the technology that we use as DJs. My name is Seth. This is DJ Tech Tips. Thank you for watching. We out.